Hello, what's up everyone? Welcome to my channel. On this channel, I show you tips and tricks to care for your natural hair / locks, hoping that this content will empower you to feel confident in your natural hair. In today's video, I am going to be showing you or telling you reasons why you should self-maintain your locks. I've been locked for a little bit under 2 years, and throughout this journey, I've self-maintained my locks for the most part. I have probably had my locks retwisted by a professional about 4 or 5 times total. This is not a video to bash anyone who does hair professionally. I think there's definitely a benefit to getting your hair done professionally, but in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you reasons why you should self-maintain for anybody who might be in the position to do so. The first reason why you should self-maintain your locks is the cost. Depending on where you live, the cost of a loctician can vary, especially in the beginning when you are newly locked. You need those frequent retwists to make sure that your hair doesn't unravel. It can be anywhere from $40 to over $100 for a retwist. It can be very costly. If you're considering starting locks, if you're beginning your lock journey, or maybe going through your lock journey right now, I would highly recommend trying retightening your locks by yourself or retwisting your locks by yourself. If you have micro locks or sister locks, this cost is even more just because of the size of the locks. Now, my locks are a little bit smaller than your average locks. If I'm to show you, they're not the traditional size. So the cost for me getting my hair retwisted oftentimes ends up being a little bit more. And if your hair is a little bit thicker, if you've stayed out a little bit longer without getting your hair retwisted, there can be an additional cost if your hair begins to merge together just because the loctician ends up spending more time. Initially, when I first started getting my hair done, there was a flat rate for retwists, but over time, the last few locticians that I've met with charge by the hour. So this is something to keep in mind when you're considering self-retwisting or not. It can be intimidating to retwist by yourself, but we'll talk about ways that you can grow confident in self-retwisting. The second reason why you should maintain your locks by yourself is convenience, and I can't stress this enough. If you're in a position where you can't get your hair retwisted during daytime hours, if you're far from a loctician, if you don't know where to find a loctician, convenience is a really big thing. If you have a big trip or event coming up and the loctician might be booked days leading up to that event, this might leave you in a situation where you feel helpless. So when you're able to self-maintain your locks in these circumstances, you're really able to take care of your hair and you're able to feel like you're in control of the situation, which is the goal. Again, I mentioned that in this channel, we're hoping to be empowered and confident in our ability to care for our hair. And part of this is learning how to maintain our hair. Recently, I retwisted my hair in 2 sessions. So I've been used to doing it all in one session. Sometimes it can take up to 8 hours depending on how long I've gone between retwists. But recently, and I shared this in a different video, I retwisted my hair one evening as I was watching TV, sitting on my couch, just relaxing, and I went at my own pace. I finished halfway and finished the rest of it the next morning, which I didn't have to worry about rushing through it. I had the time, and I think I'm probably going to do that time after time when I need to and not feel the pressure to get everything done at once. So if you're considering the time, break it up into 2 days. If you think that you're able to do that, there are other ways that you can go about faking a retwist. I have a video about how to fake a retwist if you're low on time and need to clean up your hair. It could be for work purposes. Maybe you're going to a special event and feel like your hair needs to look cleaned up. There are ways you can go around it. And again, you are in control and you are empowered to take care of your own hair. The third reason why you should retwist your hair by yourself and maintain your locks by yourself is the confidence that you gain from knowing how to take care of your hair. There's nothing that feels better than knowing exactly what your hair needs. I've had situations where I've gone to get my hair done and I've requested that certain products are not used, and sometimes there's an option to not use those products. Sometimes there's no option. Example would be when I first started my lock journey, I wanted to avoid products that were not natural, but I found that the locticians that I was going to initially wanted to use products. Now, the reason why I didn't want to use those products is because my hair didn't respond well to them. So I would go ahead and get my hair retwisted, and the hair looked lovely. It was really nice. However, my hair was itchy afterwards. I had a lot of dandruff. My hair just had issues that I had to deal with. Sometimes you might not even feel comfortable going over what the professional says. You know your hair best. You spend more time with your hair. You've known your hair since you were X amount of years old. So even though there might be a professional recommendation, what applies to one person might not always apply to all. If you maintain your locks by yourself, you will start to learn that nobody's hair is the same. What might work well for moisturizing my hair might not work well for moisturizing somebody else's hair. And it's great because you get to build a routine that works best for you with products that work best for you as you experiment. Going back to the cost, to retighten your hair or retwist your hair by yourself might cost you a product if you're choosing to use a product, and a tool if you're choosing to use a tool. If you're not choosing to use a tool, all you have to get is a product. If you're not choosing to use a product, all you might need is a tool, or you might need neither. There are people who retwist and just do the regular retwist method with their fingers and don't use anything else, and they just use water as their retwist. I've seen different things done, but go ahead and research and see what other people are doing, and feel free to try different things on your hair. It can be intimidating in the beginning, especially if you have had no experience caring for your hair. But as you continue to take care of your hair, you're gonna make mistakes, but it'll get better. You will learn that there's a way you shouldn't do, or you might have made a mistake, and that's what the journey is. That's a great part of the process. I think it's really important for us to know how to maintain our hair. I've said this in many videos before, but nobody should be saying, I don't know what to do with my hair, or I don't know how to care for my hair. Nobody should be covering the hair out of fear of what it looks like because they feel helpless or they feel like they're not equipped to take care of their own hair. I would highly recommend that if you're in a position, whether you're thinking about starting locks, whether you're at the beginning of your lock journey, or maybe later on in your lock journey, give it a try once you do have the opportunity to do so. It doesn't have to be perfect the first time. As with anything that we do, we don't have to get it right away, but you learn as you go on and you grow more comfortable as you keep going on. If there was something in this video that you found helpful, I'd encourage you to thumbs up this video. It helps more people see content like this. Otherwise, subscribe to this channel if you're interested in more content like this. I will see you on the next one.